Ready to fall into some new music? I know I sure am. My name is Krystal and welcome to Scenes From Backstage, and today I am chatting with a gentleman of Nihiloceros. Hi friends!
Hey guys, thanks for having us.
Hi. Hello.
So first and foremost, congratulations on A.N.U.S being released today.
Thank you. That's the most fun thing to say.
I have to ask, you guys just played over at Cape House down the street. What does A.N.U.S stand for?
It actually doesn't stand for anything, which in retrospect is kind of cool, going with the whole Nihiloceros band, which also means nothing, essentially. But I swear that I at this point I think it was a dream, because when Alex and I sent demos back and forth, we give them these jokey names, and the title of the demo was A.N.U.S. And in my head, I thought we had discussed this, but apparently I made this up, is that it stood for a new song, like nu metal. And that was the entire time for like months and months and months. I thought that's what it was. And I said, oh, it was originally a joke for a new song. And Alex is like, no, it wasn't. And so apparently it wasn't. So it literally means nothing.
And that's how A.N.U.S was born.
Yep.
For people that don't know the bands, how would you describe Nihiloceros?
Yeah, we're like a three-piece rock and roll band. I'm bad at describing music that we play. I think it's more important to be what do other people think we sound like. But yeah, we throw around the terms post-punk, trash pop, Nihiloceros. It's us.
Yeah,
so
I can't spell it though. So
it's Nihiloceros, like nihil as in nihilist or nihilism, and oceros as in rhinoceros.
they don't believe in anything.
Yeah, I don't believe in anything. And I think our new stuff is a little heavier. So we were sort of going with, like, when we were tossing names around, they were like heavier animal, dinosaur type things that we were like making words up with. And Alex threw out the nihil, the nihil part of it. And Nile and rhinoceros seemed fitting. And I thought it was, funny to have it sort of be nihil is also nothing, and it doesn't really mean anything.
So let's talk a little bit about the new EP coming out.
Okay.
When can we expect it?
We're actually doing the release show at Hollow, which is 1090 Wyckoff, on the 17th of November. So the EP's done. We did the single today. We have a few more local shows coming up before we go on tour.
So you guys heard that here first. November 17th is the Nihiloceros EP release show. Mark that in your calendar. Speaking of the EP again, let's talk a little bit about the writing process for that EP and how does this differ from your previous work?
Did our process differ? I think we kind of did the same process as last.
These guys bounce ideas back and forth, and then eventually I have to start playing drums, and that forces them to decide what the song is going to sound like. And then it just kind of goes from there. I think the process actually went smoother this time. It was the same process, but it just went smoother, probably because we just repeated the same process. So yeah, it actually worked out, I think, better this time than previous times. Yeah.
It's definitely weirder. I think the songs are weirder, which is cool. I mean, we've been moving away from sort of like the, very basic structure of kind of what we did on the first record. So yeah, we got weirder stuff in the pipeline that's coming up.
So newer fans also might not know this. You guys are originally from Chicago.
Gabe and I are. So the band started in Chicago with Gabe and I and a different guy on bass. And Alex is from Alaska. And our old bass player is also from Alaska, and they sort of all knew each other. So
kind of having this Chicago thing and then now being in New York, how do these two scenes differ in your opinion?
Chicago's got a good scene, but there's more going on here. There's, again, half of the problem is also part of the benefit. You're competing with like 900 shows every single night, so you're hoping that the one you're playing is one of the ones that people are paying attention to.
The excitement level here is constant because there's just more people.
Now, you guys have been a band for about, what, 6 years then?
Gabe and I have been in the band since like 8 years, 7 years.
Something like 8 years.
8 years. Yeah, Alex has been in the band for like 4 years, and Gabe and I have been in the band for like 8, and we've known each other in previous bands separately in Chicago for a long time.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I was actually going to ask this question as well. So since you guys have kind of been around like the band block, if you will, what tips do you have for upcoming bands in the scene?
I'd say play a lot. That's something that it took a while for me to learn, again, coming from Chicago, where it's completely different. I was at a show at Alphaville not too long ago, talking to some musicians from here and some of our friends from Chicago who are on tour, and they were like astounded at the amount of shows that all the New York bands play on a regular basis. Because in Chicago, you play a show and then you wait like 6 weeks to play another show. Otherwise, you split your draw. I would say new bands just play. It's the only way you're going to start playing with other bands that you like to play with, and people are going to see you that are into your music. Just play a lot. I don't know, be an example of someone, like be the musician and the scene participant that you want to come see your stuff. Like if you be the dude in the scene that you want to be like. That's it's a good philosophy to live by.
Very wise words.
Tattooed across the stomach like that. Be the dude in the scene that you want to be like.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's not the right way to say it. It's not be the dude in the scene that you want to be like. No, but I'm trying to figure out how to say it without. No, just I guess like I know I'm a big bus. I'm a big proponent of like the golden rule, and I think that doing for other people what you would want done to yourself is it's kind of the first thought process in my brain when I try to make any decision.
So there was mention of a tour.
Yes.
Where are we going on tour?
Up the North Coast and into Canada. Still a couple of gaps that I'm filling. This is the first time we've ever played out of the country on tour. Yeah, we're super excited. We have like 5 dates in Canada, and like 3 going. I don't know. I have to check on the route. We have like 2 gap days. So if anyone has any East Coast cities that that work, let me know. But yeah, we're doing that. We have a couple more local shows, and then our tour kickoff show is at Alphaville on the 12th. And then we are going to be on the road for a little bit, and then we actually come back to Alphaville for our tour return, which I think is actually going to be the Sad Pop release show, which is going to be the next single on the EP. So,
gentlemen, thank you guys so much for standing up with me on a street corner in Bushwick as we did this. Please make sure to catch Nihiloceros on tour in Canada. If you're in Canada, catch them play their New York shows November 17th. And we are Scenes From Backstage. And until next time, later.